a number of statements, misleading statements, and I really say this with responsibility, were made by the state of West Bengal. And in that status report, which we were not given, we wrote twice formal letters, and with regard to the doctors, the senior doctors as well as the junior doctors. We have filed an affidavit in this regard, my lords.
So can you summarize what you have to say? Can you just summarize what you have to say? Tell us, we'll make a note of it.
But my lords, if I may just hand this over, because it has some relevant documents.
Tell us what you have to say.
Number one, my lords, they have said that the state of West Bengal, the medical system is collapsing because of the strikes of the junior doctors. My lords, the senior doctors are working overtime double shifts because their junior doctors are not feeling safe. They have said, for example, in the status report, para 15 of my lord's order, 7C.
So according to you, everything is going on as normal. Nobody is...
My lords, everything, it is true, is not going on as normal. But in 7C, for example,
so,
we have said that cardiology treatments such as stenting and angiography.
The juniors are not on duty. The seniors are trying to fill up the gap to the extent they can.
My lords, for the firstly, they are filling up.
So therefore, we ask,
the junior doctors,
are you in a position to say that, well, everything is as normal as ever?
My lords, we are not saying that, but what we are saying
is that you are doing your duties as seniors to fill in the breaches caused by the absence of the junior doctor.
And my lords, we have placed on record, and my lords just make...
That's all right. You've made your point. What's the next point?
Please. The second thing is that there are a number of deaths that they have claimed that they say that they have got from media reports. Now, we were able to glean in the absence of being given the allegations that are being made against us. We were somehow able to glean one case from which we, with regard to which we have obtained the clinical reports, and it is a lie. There's no question of it, it is a lie. So, my lords, this demonizing of the doctors has to stop. So, my lords, if my lords will take note of that and ask them to give us any further status reports or allegations that are made against the doctors so that we can respond, we would be grateful. Secondly, my lords, in terms of safety, there is a notification that has been issued by the state of West Bengal to institute Rattire Shathi.
Sorry?
To institute a cadre that they call Rattire Shathi. Now, this Rattire Shathi, my lords, is at page 23 to 28 of these affidavits. If I may just hand it over. Rattire Shathi means
the companion at night.
Friend of the night. Companion at night.
A companion at night to maintain some sort of safety.
And this is their response, my lords.
Page
23. So, my lords will look at para 2.
Yeah, if you have got it. Yes.
Now, these 1514 number security personnel will be placed in government medical college and hospitals as per breakup attached by outsourcing through agency for a period of 1 year. This is one objection, my lords. But the second objection is at page 24, which is that they get a training of 7 days. So the director, principal, MSVP, all concerned, with a request to verify antecedents of all such hired personnel. A training of 7 days in consultation with the district police authority may be organized for these hired security personnel. Now, my lords, has the state of West Bengal come to this, that when an incident has happened where Sanjoy Roy, the accused, was a civic volunteer, and at night, my lords. My lord, I wish to fully support. My lords, may I complete my brief submissions and then?
Yes.
My lords, with regard to the other safety mechanisms that my lord had directed, there are budget allocations, but beyond that, there are a few extra CCTV cameras that have been installed, and that is really it. So in terms of the safety and security, our senior doctors are there, but we are being assaulted.
All right, we got your point.
And my lords, lastly, with regard to the financial irregularities, we have been assisting the CBI directly. And even today, given what had fallen from my lords, I had passed to the solicitor and to the CBI a standard operating procedure with regard to the post-mortem. It's a memorandum dated 3/1/2020. And we have also given a large number of other documents, if that may be taken into account. And my lords, if my lords will consider, the financial irregularities case, my lords, is intricately connected, I beg your pardon, as I had mentioned earlier. My lords, Dr. Shundip Ghosh has been arrested now in the rape and murder case. So our concern is that
Investigation into that started a little later, because that aspect started a little later. That the CBI is investigating. They have referred to it in their status report.
exactly. So my lords, because my lords' supervision of the matter has been so salutary, we are really only requesting that the status reports on the next occasion be placed before my lords in sealed cover to strengthen the
On
process.
the financial irregularities also.
On the financial irregularities also.
So I don't, you need an order for us? You can give us a status report
We
on
can have no
both.
objection, my lord. We can.
On the incident of the alleged rape and murder, as well as on the financial irregularities.
Shall be done.
What is-
We can have no objection.
Yes.
I'm so grateful, my lords. That completes my.
My lord, on the question of these night,
Your lordship said that you, anyway, that's all right.
Now we complete.
Yes, I agree.
Once they complete, we'll come back, so you can give us a comprehensive response.
Yes, yes.
something to say on the order of address. I do believe it's the privilege of the state of West Bengal to be first addressing the court for the reason that a settlement has been reached yesterday night until the early hours of the morning.
That's what I was trying to show.
Now reporting back to work. I request this court, my lord, to invite the state of West Bengal to address you on what is the settlement that has been reached, because it will take care of many of the demands that we have raised. We, the junior doctors, it is an issue, because this court has passed an order directing us to go back to work. We wish to comply with that order, my lord. Now, in relation to that, a certain settlement has been reached. If my learned friend doesn't want to present the settlement, I will present it. I have a copy of it, but I feel it is his privilege.
All right, Mr. Anupam Lal Das,
And
put your follow up on.
secondly, my lord, just one small thing in relation to a submission that my learned friend, Ms. Nundy made. I fully support her suggestion. I agree that the senior doctors have been greatly supporting the junior doctors, but we have our own point of view, which I will present to you after the state of West Bengal has presented a copy of the settlement to you. Secondly, my lord, in my opinion, that force of 1,514 people requires to be dismantled with immediate effect.
Yes.
They are outside the law. They do not fall. They must be replaced by regular police of the state of West Bengal. They are performing a policing function, and it cannot be performed by people who do not hold the position of police in the state of West Bengal. Therefore, request is to disband that force of 1,514 people, total number, and replace them in the interest of safety and security with the regular police force of the state of West Bengal. That's our request.
Yes.
Mr. Anupam Lal Das.
I appear for the senior doctors, my lords, and we just want to place our concerns on record. We, my lords, are all working, we are working overtime, and my lords, as far as we are concerned, all these 20 departments cases which have been pointed out, in any case were manned by the senior doctors. Junior residents, etc. were not placed there. So, my lords, that is something that I also wanted to place on record.
Yes.
As far as we are concerned, we are working overtime. There has been absolutely no this thing from our side. That's our.
May I make a
That's my.
submission? May I make a small submission before Mr. Sibal is called upon? I appear for a doctors organization, thank you, called Doctors for Patients in Calcutta. Our suggestions will give to the task force. There are two issues we'd like to highlight to your lordships. First is pertaining to the investigation itself. Second is pertaining to that policy of 19th August. There are two more clauses, since your lordships already have that before your lordships. I'll start with that.
I mean, 13th September.
19th August, the West Bengal policy which has come out, which Ms. Nundy had just read out. If your lordship will
13th September.
Please.
no, lordship, this is 19th of August. If your lordship will have my IA then, 188500.
Ms. Nandi, where's 19th of August in your compilation that idea is referring to?
Or if your lordship will see my IA, lordship.
So we'll refer to one eye. It's so much easier if we have it every.
That is correct. Is 19th August, Government of West Bengal, Department of Health and Family Welfare is part of that helpers of the night policy. Then your status report?
Yes, it's in the earliest.
Apparently, it's in the earlier status report of the state of West Bengal.
All right, what is it?
There's a
What is-
30th of September policy.
All right.
It's in my affidavit.
Your Lordship, there are two problems here with that 19th August circular. It's there in my IA as well as I'm told in the earlier status report of the state of West Bengal.
Ma'am, which page number is it? Because what I have is the 13th of September.
Okay, then maybe
She is appealing for whom? I'm not aware.
the policy was,
Association of Doctors and Patients.
Doctors and patients.
I'm appearing for Doctors for Patients. It's a trust called Doctors for Patients. So, Your Lordship.
What's your point, Hadley?
I have 2 points. Number one, in this policy, Your Lordship said 11, clause 11, subclause 5 and 6, we have a serious problem with. One is working hours of women, including women doctors, should not preferably exceed 12 hours at a time.
this is-
Second, wherever possible, night duty may be avoided for women to the extent possible. Now, this is the policy of the state of West Bengal, and our doctors have a serious problem with this. And your lordships in
How can
multiple
you say that
cases.
women should not work on night duty?
Exactly,
It's ridiculous.
precisely.
Women will have an objection if you
Yes.
keep them from working.
Exactly, and to limit us to a 12-hour shift. In fact, many of the junior residents work for 36 hours flat out. Now, this is directly impinging on gender and being employed at all.
Completely right. You need
That
to
is
stick
one.
with the point.
We'd like, and second point, I have a second point, your lordship. I have a second point. Second point pertains to investigation. One is on this policy, your lordship is seized of it. I will leave it at that.
Women don't want concessions. They want
Yes.
equal opportunity in
In
terms of
Anuj Garg's,
safety.
in Anuj Garg's case,
Why should we prevent a woman doctor from working in the night?
or 12 hours. Why limited to 12 hours, your lordship? Because junior doctors work for 36 hours.
Anuj.
Now, women will never be
Should be
taken.
for all doctors. 12 hours working time is for all doctors. Don't
Actually,
That-
whatever the shift,
Exactly.
women doctors are ready to work in exactly the same conditions.
Absolutely.
In
Yes,
terms
yes,
of time.
Exactly.
In Anuj
Well,
Garg,
let's not undermine
Not
them.
even Anuj Garg-
Undermine the lady doctors.
Mr. Sibal, this has to be
There is
corrected.
no issue, my lord. We'll notify it. We were just worried because there is no security in place at the moment.
No, but the
I
answer
want to
to
make
it-
sure.
See, this
The answer to it-
I want to make sure, my lord, that
Is
something like.
The answer to it is you must ensure security is in place.
I know, my lord, that's
You
the
can't
point.
tell women that you will not be
This
working
is-
after.
This is in addition. It says in addition. This is not, this is only temporary. But if your lordship wants, we'll, no issue.
this itself is
The
offensive,
state
your lordship.
says that it cannot provide
Hold on.
security. The
We are-
sector is.
We are at item, if.
In Anuj Garg's case,
No,
the lordship
and if you are-
upon.
You're right.